All right. Hello, everybody. I think we are going to get started here with our 2021 Honors Convocation. My name is Julie Schrama, and I am the Student and Academic Affairs Coordinator. You have received a lot of emails from me in the past week or so, but we are very, very, very excited for tomorrow, and we're very excited to celebrate all of you right now. Just a quick note. This will be best enjoyable if you put your Zoom into speaker mode so you can see the person that's speaking at all times. And then when you do win an award, if you could just say thank you and give us a quick wave so we can see the person that's accepting the award. There is no speeches necessary for those of you that win awards. So feel free to just sit back and relax and get excited. So I'm going to turn things over to our MC for the night, Dr. Tom Mall.
Thank you very much, Julie, and thank you for all your hard work during this very odd last 18 months that we've had. Very odd, and it's a shame that so many things have been disrupted. But welcome. I usually say a few remarks. I've done this for a few years, and my little speech that I give starts off with good morning because we do it in the morning, and so I can't use that speech, so I think I'm going to have to wing it. And I also apologize that my background is my bedroom. I rarely leave this bunker, and it looks ugly, but my view is of the Niagara River. So if I get up and start running around, you'll know that the Canadians have started coming and that I have to raise the alarm, something that I'm kind of used to doing. So I know there's a lot of parents on the line, and I want to praise your children and your spouses. You know, getting into medical school is hard. Staying in is even harder. There's lots of bones in your wrist. I remember the navicular and the hamate, but there's like, I don't know, my last count, like 40 of them in there. And so memorizing all of this, learning really a new complete language is hard. It's stressful, it's demanding, and it requires great dedication. Now, not only getting in and staying in is hard, but excelling is truly remarkable. And that is the folks that have excelled in medical school in different measures, in different and important measures, are here tonight. And they really should be applauded. These folks are the future leaders in medicine. They'll be the chiefs of service, the chiefs of medicine and surgery and pediatrics. They'll be the deans of medical schools in the future, because these are the high flyers, the people who really put it together in a wonderful way. I suppose they'll also be my doctors as I advance into decrepancy. They will replace my knee. They will fondle my kidneys. They will check out my spleens. As I recall, I think you only have one spleen, but you know, actually many of the students are saying, well, because these are high-end students, they're like, lots of people have accessory spleens. So, and I think the people smiling were thinking that too. So God bless you. This has been a wonderful class. And so we begin the class of 2021 Honors Convocation. So we have many presenters here and many awardees. So let's start. I'll call to, I would call to the stage, but I suppose I call to the screen Stacy Watt, an anesthesiologist who will present the Lieberman Award. Stacy Watt.
I was waiting to be unmuted, but I took it upon myself to take the reins, as all good anesthesiologists tend to do. So good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the 2021 graduates, their parents, spouses, family, and friends who are joining us this evening. I know how happy and proud you are at this unique and special occasion. The Lieberman Award is given to a graduating medical student who shows exceptional interest and aptitude in anesthesiology. Dr. Lieberman started his residency in anesthesia in the 1940s. His career was interrupted by World War II, and Sam was stationed in the South Pacific and received the Legion of Merit for his medical applications on the battlefield. He then returned to New York City to complete his residency, and then actually went to DeGraff Memorial Hospital right here in Buffalo, where he spent the rest of his professional career. Now, Dr. Lieberman was an early pioneer in endotracheal anesthesia, infant resuscitation, regional anesthesia nerve blocks, and anesthesia for ambulatory surgery, and his innovations are still in use today in the operating rooms. I am happy to report that this year there are 2 recipients of the Lieberman Award. They have showed exceptional enthusiasm for anesthesia and have demonstrated expertise beyond their level of training. It is my pleasure to celebrate John Gock and Amber Rapaski as this year's recipients of the Lieberman Award. We look forward to great things from this year's recipients and are eager to welcome Amber into our anesthesiology residency program here this July. Congratulations to you both. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Watt. Moving down the list of dermatology, Christina Seifert will give the Ralph T. Beeling Award.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pleased to present the Ralph T. Beeling Award today. But first, I also want to congratulate all our graduates and their parents. But the Beeling Award is given to a graduating medical student who has demonstrated outstanding diligence, integrity, and scholarly achievement in the field of dermatology. And it is presented in the honor of Dr. Ralph Beeling, a generous supporter and graduate of the Jacobs School of Medicine, who is known for his tenacity and dedication to teaching, among many, many other things. And I'm pleased to present the award today to Casey Cabrina, and I would like to give her a chance to say hello to us all before I tell you a little bit more about her.
Hello, thank you, Dr. Sievert.
Hi, Casey. So we first met Casey in early 2018 when she initially approached us looking for an in-depth research experience for the summer between first and second year of medical school. And it was immediately clear that Casey had the relevant experience and personality to successfully integrate into our research work. And we were happy to support her in a successful application for the competitive Dean's Summer Research Fellowship offered here at UB. Casey worked on an ancillary study to a clinical trial investigating the effectiveness of a novel neonatal Fc receptor blocker in pemphigus vulgaris, an autoimmune skin disease. She learned the techniques required for a research project quickly and efficiently, and was extremely responsible and dependable in terms of data cataloging, analysis, and presentation. We were impressed from the get-go by her independent and mature approach. If I can highlight one of Casey's attributes, though, from her time with this, it really is how reliable she is. When her 2 summer months came to an end, but the study was still ongoing, which is very typical for a large research project, Casey indicated right away that she wanted to see this through and stayed involved in the work. Many medical students will have high aspirations for lab involvement past their allotted time in the summer, but soon realize that the requirements of a second-year student make this aim very difficult. In parallel to taking her classes and exams, Casey managed to come in on a regular basis to finish all experiments and analysis needed and hand over her work in a particularly organized way. Undoubtedly, Casey will have the same dedication towards the task assigned to her in her professional life. And I wish Casey well in her postgraduate endeavors as she enters a residency in the field of OBGYN. Good luck, Casey.
Congratulations, Casey. That's a wonderful award. Emergency medicine, a specialty that was just being invented when I was finishing medical school, has 2 awards, and Samantha Bordenero will give the awards.
Thank you, Dr. Mall. I appreciate it. We have 2 awards in the Department of Emergency Medicine. The first one is our department award. And we award this to a student each year that really embodies what we are about in emergency medicine. This year in particular really required a lot of grit, perseverance, positivity, and an ability to relate to people and during what has been quite an, I think, awkward time for all of us. We did a lot of FaceTiming with families that couldn't be in the hospital due to COVID, and a lot of just creative medicine in the emergency department. This student has been committed to emergency medicine for a while, was one of our co-presidents of our student interest group. And she really is the type of student that came into the emergency department and was a presence there. And that can be really hard for students. It's a tough place to be. but she integrated into the team. She was a trusted member of the team. And for many of us, it's always a fun sign when the nurse goes to the medical student with a question before they come to us. And it makes us realize that this is a person that really, really embodies what we're about. And we're really excited to have her as a colleague. This award goes to Mackenzie Losing, who thankfully will be staying with us in Buffalo, and we couldn't be more proud. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Great
Thank
news.
you so much, Dr. Bornero. Thank you.
Absolutely. And our second award is the Society of Academic Emergency Medicine Award. And this goes to a student who has shown commitment to the specialty and has contributed to the specialty in different ways. This student not only was stellar clinically, but also was a data collector for our department early on in his medical career, and really spent a lot of time getting to know us and our department. He was always described by his preceptors as someone who was engaged and thoughtful, really cared about his patients and how they did. We wish we could say that he's going to be here with us in Buffalo for another few years, but Jake Canavan is going to be going to the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai, and we know that he's going to really represent Buffalo well and take all of the hard work that he's done here and really benefit his patients and our entire specialty. So congratulations, Jake.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bornero.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Great job. Now we have Dr. Andrew Simons from the Department of Family Medicine, who's going to give a total of 7 awards. So we're piling on him, and Andy, go at it.
Well, I'll be brief. My name is Andrew Simons. I'm a family physician with UBMD Family Medicine. I direct the first-year clinical skills course and the third-year family medicine clerkship, as well as some fourth-year electives. I meet the students in the first week of medical school when, quite literally, some don't know which way to point the earpieces of the stethoscope. I follow their progress throughout the 4 years of school, and I'm thoroughly awed by their progress. Graduation, and particularly the honors convocation, is always a very proud moment. So congratulations to all the graduates and a warm welcome to family and friends. In the mid-1970s, the specialty of family medicine was established. It's just before, I think, the specialty of emergency medicine. Over the years, a number of individuals and families established awards for graduating medical students who excelled in areas related to family medicine. The Academy of Family Physicians President's Award. This award was conceived and funded by Dr. Harry Metcalf in 1988, while he was the president of the American Academy of Family Physicians. This award is granted to students with outstanding academic achievement and a commitment to practicing family medicine. Dr. Metcalf was a tireless mentor to family physicians across the country. He practiced here in Buffalo. The award holds a special place in my heart as Dr. Metcalf was a valued mentor, and I received this award upon my graduation from medical school. Dr. Metcalf passed away last year, and I'm very pleased to announce that this year's recipients are Mark Lawler and Mark Prishlak, or as we affectionately call them in the Department of Family Medicine, the Marks.
Thank you,
Mark Lawler.
Thank you, Dr. Simons.
Mark Lawler is an outstanding student. He engaged in a lot of service learning during medical school and is dedicated to addressing social determinants of health. He encouraged me to participate in UB Heals, the student-run program providing care for Buffalo's homeless population. Mark was a leader of the Family Medicine Interest Group. He is a generalist scholar. This is a medical school program designed to encourage students to stay in Buffalo to pursue a residency in primary care. He will remain in Buffalo at UBMD Family Medicine and Millard Fillmore Suburban Hospital for his residency, and we will be working together because that's where I work. Mark Prishlak, attending physicians, noted that he has strong communication skills and quickly develops rapport with patients. He contributed to patient care and was a valued member of the inpatient team. Mark was also a leader of the Family Medicine Interest Group and remained active throughout his 4 years. He too got me involved in UB Heals. Mark will be doing his residency at St. Joseph's Hospital in Denver, Colorado. The Charles Bauda Award. Dr. Bauda was one of the founders of family medicine in Buffalo. His intent was to award a student who demonstrated sincere interest and eagerness to make family medicine their specialty. I am pleased to present this award to Sarah Deletti Swenson and Samantha Hassan.
Thank you, Dr. Simon.
Sarah was noted to have demonstrated strong communication skills and was professional in her dealings with staff and patients alike. Sarah will be doing her residency at the University of Rochester Highland Hospital of Rochester, Rochester, New York, right down the road. Samantha's attending physicians in residence noted that she offered great input to the medical team. Her patient presentations were confident and she paid great attention to detail. Samantha will be doing her residency in Nuvance Health, Rhinebeck, New York. The Erie County chapter of the New York State Academy of Family Physicians offers awards that are sponsored by the local chapter to recognize student excellence in the practice of family medicine. The first one is the Dedication to Caring for the Underserved Award, and this is awarded to Carlos Martinez. Carlos was noted to be an outstanding medical student and is passionate about pursuing a career in family medicine and public health and caring for those who are medically underserved. He was culturally sensitive and related well with patients from different ethnic, socioeconomic, cultural, and spiritual backgrounds. He worked well with staff and others on the inpatient team. He was compassionate and seemed generally to care about his patients and their well-being. Carlos will be doing his residency at the University of New Mexico School of Medicine in Santa Fe, the rural program in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Family Medicine Interest Group Leadership Award is awarded to Sneha Dilip. Sneha was one of, it's so hard to figure out when to pause, right, on Zoom. Sneha was one of the 5 family medicine interest group leaders during her second year. Her attending physicians noted that she collaborated well with residents on family medicine inpatient team and was diligent in the care of her patients and review of clinical topics. Sneha will be doing a family medicine residency program at Los Angeles County Harbor UCLA Medical Center in Torrance, California. The Erie County Chapter New York State Academy of Family Physicians Leadership Award is awarded to Louis Wang.
Thank you so much, Dr. Simon.
Louis served as the New York State Academy of Family Physicians co-chair of student enrichment in the New York State and alternate upstate representative to the State Board of Directors. His attending physicians noted that he is enthusiastic, motivated, empathic, caring, and highly professional at all times. I served with Louis on the board of the New York State Academy of Family Physicians. I'm the vice president. Louis will do his residency at Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell at Glen Cove Hospital in Glen Cove, New York. 2 more. The G. Norris Minor Award. Dr. Minor wanted to acknowledge medical students who demonstrated outstanding clinical competency during their family medicine rotations. This award goes to Jesse Cole and Anna Jacquinot. These are some, yep. Oh,
thank you so much, Dr. Simons.
Thank you, Dr. Simons.
You're welcome. These are some faculty comments about Jesse. Jesse was not only a joy to work with, but demonstrated great clinical skill and sociocultural sensitivity to our underserved patient population. He demonstrated a solid fund of knowledge about what is often seen at the end of, which is not often seen at the end of the 3rd year. He also had a strong ability to research his patients and accurately present what he learned about the clinical situation. Jesse will do his residency at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine at Beth Israel Medical Center in New York. These are some faculty comments about Anna. Her performance in the clinical area has been absolutely stellar. She has won the respect of all her attendings as well as the residents with her intelligence and thoroughness, efficiency, and overall competence. Most of all, it is readily obvious for anyone who has worked with her that she has compassion and empathy. Anna has demonstrated her strong commitment to family medicine by choosing to become a generalist scholar. Her chosen track at the Erie County Medical Center demonstrates her strong commitment to serving the underserved population. We could not be happier to have such an outstanding student joining us at ECMC and pursuing the field of family medicine. Anna, again, is going to remain in Buffalo at ECMC for her residency. And finally, the Mark Petrino Award. The Petrino family established this award in memory of their son, Mark, a family physician whose practice was on the west side of Buffalo and who had an untimely death. I'm very pleased to extend this honor to Taylor Lindsay.
Thank you, Dr. Simons.
Attending physicians noted that Taylor had an excellent rapport with patients and families and strong communication skills. She's organized, eager to learn and improve. She strives to find connection with patients and develops a trusting relationship. Taylor was also a generalist scholar in family medicine, and she will remain in Buffalo at UBMD Family Medicine and Miller Fillmore Suburban Hospital for residency. Again, we will work together. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Great job, Andy. Flawlessly getting through all those 7 awards. And also, I'd like to add my congratulations to Mark and Sarah and Samantha and Carlos and Sneha and Louis and Jesse and Anna and Taylor. Now, it is my particular honor and pleasure to introduce the ever beautiful, the ever caring, the ever majestic, I think is probably too small a word, Ann Curtis from the Department of Medicine, my boss, who will give out several awards.
Thank you, Tom. And I see Tom exactly once a year at this event, I think. And so he's got to get his few words in there when he has a chance. So, okay.
Every little bit can help.
All right. Yes, I have 4 awards to give out. It's a real pleasure to be here and congratulate all the graduates and their families. The first award I'm giving out is the Patrick Costello Award, which is given annually in memory of Dr. Patrick Costello to the student achieving the highest grade on the written shelf exam at the conclusion of the required 3rd-year clerkship in internal medicine. This year, we actually have 2 awardees, because they both got the highest grades. So here we are. The first is Kyle Patterson. Kyle, you want to speak up or let us know where you are?
Hi, thank you very much.
Okay. Kyle completed his 3rd-year medicine clerkship in the 2nd block of the year. He achieved a raw score of 92 at the end of the clerkship subject exam, which placed him at the 99th percentile nationally. Kyle is going to a residency in general surgery at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. The other student awarded the Costello Award is Fen Tang. Fen?
Hi.
Hi. Fen completed his 3rd-year medicine clerkship in the 4th block of the year. He achieved a raw score of 92 as well on the end of the clerkship subject exam, which placed him at the 98th percentile nationally. Not sure why one was 98 and one was 99, but there you have it. The residency that Fen is going for is diagnostic radiology at Kaiser Permanente, Southern California in Pasadena, California. Congratulations to Kyle and Fen. The next award is the David K. Miller Prize in Medicine. It recognizes a student who has demonstrated Dr. Miller's approach to caring for the sick, competence, humility, and humanity. Dr. Miller was the chief of medicine at Erie County Medical Center for over 25 years. He was an outstanding teacher and diagnostician who was well known for his exceptional care and concern for his patients. So the Miller Prize goes to the student who demonstrates competence, humility, and humanity in caring for the sick. And the awardee is Ryan Salemi. Ryan?
Thank you so much, Dr. Curtis.
You're welcome. You earned it. Ryan's mindfulness, creativity, sensitivity, fortitude, and empathy touches everyone he meets through his genuine desire to help people. Here's a quote: "His compassion and understanding of patients' needs are one of the best I have seen in my entire academic career." It's a really high accolade. He approaches every patient mindfully to learn as much as possible and is able to walk away with something new every time. He has exemplary bedside manners as well as effective communication skills and respectful behavior towards patients and his team members. His ability to apply the knowledge in a clinical setting is at a level well beyond his peers. His personal Hippocratic oath reflects his commitment and insight. Quote, "I will work tirelessly to improve the health of my patients. I will view that patient as colleague regarding working to improve their health. I will ensure that I am treating the person and not the disease. I will check my own pulse when responding to emotional or stressful situations and make sure that I am cared for enough to care for patients. And finally, I promise to put the interest of my patients' quality of life before all else." Ryan will be doing an internal medicine residency at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. The next award is the Stephen J. Paolini Award, which honors the student whose work with patients exemplifies the same qualities of dedication and compassion exhibited by Dr. Paolini. He was a careful and caring internist who labored for many years at Erie County Medical Center and was distinguished for his work with the underprivileged. The Paolini Award this year goes to Ian Thompson. Ian?
Thank you, Dr. Curtis.
You're welcome, and I know Ian well. He excelled in his clinical care, but his exemplary interpersonal and communication skills set him apart from his peers. He's extremely professional and compassionate with patients and their families through various forms of communication. His interaction with them was consistently professionally genuine and empathetic. Ryan's phenomenal communication skills and dedication to his patients make him a role model for his peers. Ian is going to become a Gator. He's going to the University of Florida in Gainesville in internal medicine. And then the final award for internal medicine is the Emily Davis Rodenberg Memorial Award, which is given in memory of Miss Davis, who was a patient with diabetes. The Emily Davis Rodenberg Medal is given to a graduate who has shown a strong interest in diabetes and the complications of the disease, combined with the general attitude of industry towards medicine. This year, we are actually giving the award to 2 students for showing this unusual interest in diabetes, and they both were considered to be deserving of recognition. The first is Claire Martin. Claire? Okay. Claire has excellent communication skills, and she establishes a good rapport with patients. Her history-taking skills grew so that she was eliciting subtle information crucial to the management of diabetes. She was very compassionate, and patients regularly commented on her kindness and thoroughness. An excellent reporter and good interpreter who developed manager skills with problems she saw regularly, diabetes and thyroid disorders. By the end of the block, she was educating patients. Really excellent for her first clinical rotation. That's amazing. And she's staying right here at Buffalo. She will be doing a residency in internal medicine pediatrics at UB. The second student who's receiving the Rodenberg Award is Anjali Sood. Anjali?
Hi, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anjali was able to build trust and help with the patient management with her excellent communication skills and empathetic approach. She has superior knowledge that she applies to patient care. She essentially is functioning at the level of an intern. Here are the comments from her endocrinology elective. Well above her level of training in regards to her clinical performance. She was hardworking, dutiful, ensured patients were seen in a timely manner. She was able to do a thorough history and physical exam independently and come up with a plan as well. Anjali will be doing a residency in family medicine at Eastern Virginia School of Medicine in Norfolk, Virginia. Congratulations to all the awardees.
Thank you very much, Ann, and congratulations to all these great recipients of awards. Great job. The next award is the Dr. Beth J. Woods Memorial Award. And I remember Beth when she was a resident and then as an attending, and sadly passed away much, much too young. Dr. David Milling has the honor of giving this award, which is given by the Division of Internal Medicine and Pediatrics.
Thank you, Dr. Moore. Appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all of the students. I know it's been an incredible 4 years, but a trying final year for you all, year and a half, but we're here and we look forward to celebrating with you tonight and tomorrow. We definitely are gonna enjoy this. This particular award is a privilege for me to present. Dr. Beth Woods was a colleague. We were actually chief residents together at ECMC. And more importantly, she was a friend. So I take particular pride in presenting this award. This award was established in 2008. Beth was a local Buffalo girl. went to UB Medical School and graduated in 1992. She pursued her dream of becoming a doctor, and this award recognizes students who demonstrate a dedication and intellect and empathy for both children and adults. We have two recipients this year. The first recipient is Corinne Barnett. Corinne?
Thank you so much, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Corinne, my pleasure. Corinne is staying in Buffalo for medicine and pediatrics at UB. And our second winner tonight is Joshua Uzarzak. Josh?
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Josh. And amazingly, Josh is also staying in Buffalo for medicine pediatrics. So we're very happy to hear that. So congratulations to you both.
Yes, congratulations. Quite an honor. Thank you, David. Let's move on to neurology, where Amit Kendall will give out 2 awards for his department.
Thank you, Dr. Malt. It's my pleasure and honor to give this award. And first, congratulations to graduating class and family. First award is American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence. It's a recognition by AAN for a 4th-year medical student pursuing residency in neurology who has shown excellence. The award winner is selected based on voting process by neurology residents, fellows, and faculty members. This year's award goes to Geeta Basudevan. Geeta?
Thank you, Dr. Kendall.
My pleasure. Geeta showed an excellent drive to learn and pursue career in neurology. She was able to present multiple posters and prepare multiple manuscripts with Dr. Farouk. She has immense potential in clinical and research neurology. Geeta will be doing pediatric neurology residency at UPMC Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Congratulations, Geeta.
Good job.
Now, the second award that I am honored to give today is a Bernard H. Smith Award. The Neurology Student Award was first given in 1984, and the award was renamed as the Bernard H. Smith Memorial Award for Excellence in Clinical Neurology in 1985. Dr. Smith was professor of neurology in University at Buffalo and head of neurology department at Edward J. Meyer Memorial Hospital, now the Erie County Medical Center. He had an important role in establishing neurology residency program in Buffalo. Bernard H. Award is given to the student who has achieved highest grade in neurology clerkship. And the grade is based mostly on clinical performance evaluation, but part of it is self-exam as well. And the award goes to Stephanie Denzler. Stephanie?
Thank you, Dr. Kendall.
You're welcome. Stephanie has demonstrated an excellent motivation in neurology, excellent knowledge base and interpersonal skill, and she exceeded our expectation during the rotation. And Stephanie will be doing neurology residency in University of Texas Health Sciences in Houston, Texas. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Kendall, and congratulations to Stephanie and Geeta on your wonderful accomplishments. That's great. The Lowenstein Award and the Randall Society Award are given each year by the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and Dr. Faye Hustica Linde will represent.
Hi, everyone, and congratulations to the graduates. It is my pleasure to present the first award, which is the Hans J. Lowenstein Award in Obstetrics, to 3 recipients this year. The award was created in memory of a member of the class of 1950 who sadly passed away towards the end of his medical school career, but his class held him in very high esteem and established this honor to recognize students going into obstetrics who have had excellent academic performance, but also demonstrate, qualities of professionalism and compassion and, collegiality with their classmates. So the first recipient of this award is Alexandra Alfiero, who impressed the department with her perseverance, her dedication, and excellent clinical skills during her sub-I. We are very glad to be keeping her here with us at UB next year. Allie, if you want to.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fay.
Okay. The next recipient is Natalia Alexandridi, who I like to point out was one of the Lighthouse GY, or is the Lighthouse GYN manager. So I know her since, her preclinical career, and can attest to her dedication and responsibility and hard work. And I'm so pleased to also be presenting this to her. She's going to be pursuing her residency at Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn.
Thank you, Dr. Fay.
Okay. And finally, the third recipient is Maria Bershowski, who is our generalist scholar this year and therefore is going to be remaining with us here in Buffalo. I've been working with Maria every week this whole year as part of the Generalist Scholar program, and have seen her really grow and develop as a clinician, as well as her hard work and developing and from scratch her research project for this year, and has really created a wonderful project looking at attempted vaginal delivery after prior C-section in the immigrant population in Buffalo. So I'm very excited to see her present her work. Maria?
Thank you, Dr. Fay. Thank you, everyone.
The recipients will be receiving 2 textbooks and an electronic subscription to the British Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Megan Serrell is going to be in contact with you. Please respond to her email so we can get your subscription set up. Okay. The class of 1950 really wanted to promote ongoing scholarship and development, and hence specified that they wanted the prize to involve publications in the field and to support your ongoing learning. The other award that I get to present is the Clyde L. Randall Society Award. Dr. Randall was the department chair of obstetrics and gynecology, and this award was developed in his honor. This is given to a student who in the graduating class who exemplified Dr. Randall's qualities of scholarship, leadership, integrity, and hard work, and in obstetrics and gynecology. And it is my pleasure to present this award to Jenna, who I know as Jenna Herskind. She's listed as Jenna Heath. Did you just get married?
I did, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fay.
Jenna is going to be going to the University of Southern California in Los Angeles, which is very exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to the warm weather. This is a monetary award, so in recognition of all of your hard work and excellent clinical skills. Congratulations.
I would like to add, Jenna, that it is customary to share a small portion of the monetary award with the Master of Ceremonies, who is working his fingers to the bone presenting. So thank you, Faye, for the presentations. Now we move on to Andrew Reynolds, who represents the Department of Ophthalmology, who will give out several awards.
Thanks, Dr. Moll. Yeah, I'm Andrew Reynolds. I'm the program director for ophthalmology, and we have 3 wonderful award winners tonight. I'm very excited, and thanks everyone for attending. I always love presenting at these conferences every year. So we do give out 3 awards, which I think always to speaks to the outsized impact of ophthalmology. We're a very small department. We're probably one of the smallest departments giving awards, but we still have 3 awards to give tonight. One is from a former faculty member, one is from grateful patients, and one is from a previous graduate who's now in private practice. And I really think those speak to the 3 pillars of ophthalmology, which is teaching, patient care, and research. And these 3 award winners tonight are going to be I think all stars in all of those categories. So the first award is the Thomas Gattuso Award. He was a former faculty member and former graduate here who unfortunately recently passed away just last year. Adam Sidlecki is the winner of that award.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds.
Adam was this award is given for an exceptional performance of research and in clinic. Adam had a very unique path to medicine. He was an Italian major at Dartmouth. He's a bass player. Apparently, according to his application, he was a nationally ranked video gamer as well. But he figured out that ophthalmology was the way to go, joining his brother and his father, who are both pretty accomplished ophthalmologists in town. Adam was loved by his patients, which I think is kind of unique. Ophthalmology is always a hard specialty to break into as a medical student. Most people are kind of walking around observing, but Adam really took the bull by the horns and was seeing patients on his own, and patients would just rave about him. And he's just an unflappable guy. And he's already starting to do some procedures as a medical student, which was very, very rare. And just shows all the signs of being as talented a surgeon as his father is. And we're very lucky that Adam will be staying with us at UB next year. The Jordan Award is the award that was funded by Grateful Patients several years ago. They endowed this award. Andrew Biter is winning this award tonight. Andrew, you want to say hi?
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds.
You're welcome. He's from Hamburg, went to Canisius. He's a local boy through and through. Big Bills fan, just like me. And this award really, I think, it goes to exceptional research. So these patients endowed this award so that future generations can cure disease, basically. And Andrew had a lot of good research this past year. He had a previously described complication from giant cell arteritis with strabismus. He enrolled hundreds and hundreds of patients in an allergic conjunctivitis study in children, which had never been previously documented. And he's currently working on a low-dose Avastin paper for retinopathy prematurity, which is one of the big blinding diseases of children. And we hope that paper actually changes the national management of how those babies are taken care of. So he's going to West Virginia University, going a little bit south here for us, and then hopefully we'll return back to Buffalo and join his family here. And then finally, we have the Weisenheimer Award, which is from a former graduate of the UB ophthalmology program. Tonight's award winner is Andrew Fink. So Andrew was a wonderful, wonderful medical student. He was just an unbelievable, you look at his CV and there's just nothing wrong with the guy. He had honors in every single class. He had honors in every single rotation. His board scores are through the roof. He's just perfect. And I think a lot of our selection in ophthalmology, I often try to find someone's weakness because we get a lot of people who are great at lots of things and you kind of try to probe them and see what they're not good at. I don't think the guy has a weakness. And he's nice and he's polished and he's well dressed. So he's just all around just a wonderful guy, and his patients are going to be very lucky to have him. He is returning back home to Ohio to go to Cincinnati for his ophthalmology residency, and we wish him well there.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reynolds. Appreciate it.
Nice glasses, Andrew.
Wow, excellent big threat. Boy, you know, and you look at some of the accomplishments of these students, it's unbelievable. Great grades, great personality, and even dressing well, and the choice of spectacles. That kind of covers everything. Okay, let's go on to orthopedics. A few years ago, the chairman of orthopedics was Dr. Bone, which always gave me a big laugh during the past things because I thought it was humorous.
That's really bad.
It's really bad.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Mall, thank you. Tom DeQuinn, and it's a pleasure today to be here to represent the Department of Orthopedics and to present the Dr. Benjamin and Lilia Oblitz Prize for Orthopedics. Dr. Oblitz was a revolutionary, really, in orthopedics. He actually fought in World War II and then came back to Buffalo following and established a practice here at the Buffalo General Hospital and was a real pioneer, both in education, but also in driving new technology, which, as we all know, is important in the profession of orthopedics. So they endowed an award in his honor in 1994, and I have the pleasure of saying that I actually won this award many years ago. So it's a great honor to be able to be here to present the award today to Bradley Hawaii. Brad, are you on?
I am. Thank you so much, Dr. DuQuinn.
You're welcome. So Brad's been a true superstar. We've gotten to know each other very well since early in his medical career. I think he showed up knowing that he wanted to do orthopedics, which is true for a lot of our graduates going into orthopedic residency. But he has really excelled throughout the years, both in research as well as in academics. And specifically through some of the trying times through the pandemic, he stayed really engaged with our department, doing multiple research projects, resulting in more than one publication. So it's a great honor, and I'm happy to say that Brad will be staying on with us next year and joining us for our residency program. So congratulations, Brad, and congratulations to the rest of the graduates.
Great work, great work. Otorhinolaryngology. I practiced for several weeks before each of these ceremonies to learn or to remember how to pronounce it. The award from ENT will be given by Jens Pontikau.
Thank you, Dr. Mal, I realized you practiced for the last 15 years, actually, and you're doing better. I mean, we're getting impressed slowly, but steadily. So the Chairman's Award for ENT comes actually from our chairman. When we run out of award money, we simply decided that we name it the Chairman's Award and have him pay for it. And that actually worked well. And but it's not him who decides. It's actually 9 people from the department. Nice get together and deliberate over quite some time who should get the award. And then we interview our residents who have them chime in too, because they spend a lot of times with the students. And there are only 2 criteria, very simple. Number 1, who would we have like to be with us in the emergency room at 3 o'clock in the morning during an ENT emergency? And the second criteria is who we would love to welcome into our department and really would work hard to recruit here into our family. But since I mentioned the family, we can't always be very selfish, and we shouldn't be selfish. We should actually let them go like proud parents should be. So this year's award winner is Chelsea Cleveland. Chelsea?
Thank you, Dr. Pontikau.
There you are. Yeah, Chelsea is, like I said, we should not be very selfish. And Chelsea is going to Cleveland, to Case Western, and we're extremely proud for her. We couldn't be prouder. So I was thinking around lunchtime to put down some intellectual sentences here and how I'm going to word this, how we feel about her. And then I looked at my 5-cent fortune cookie here, and it says, if you love something, set it free. And if it returns, keep it and love it forever. So in that sense, I couldn't have said it better. I quit trying to write speeches here, just read it up now from the fortune cookies. So go out there, change the world, do good and have fun. And we are extremely proud of you. And we very dearly hope to see you again, maybe in Buffalo.
Thank you, Jens. Very kind words. And congratulations, Chelsea. Pathology and Anatomical Sciences gives an award, and that will be given by John Tomaszewski. We all call him Jet, J-E-T. But Jet, take it away.
Thank you, Tom, and congratulations to all the graduates and to their families, especially to their families. So actually, there'll be 2 pathology awards. I'll give one, and Dr. Chris Cohen will give the other. So the first award is from the Association of Pathology Chairs, and the APC established a National Honor Society to recognize scholarship in pathology during medical school. So students who receive this award will be be recognized with a society certificate and a honor society pin. The awardee for this year is Max Cohen. Max? So Max came to the Advanced Hematology Laboratory Medicine elective rotation with a significant exposure to laboratory medicine, as he had been a lab professional before he started medical school. He performed excellently during his rotation. He attended lab utilization group meetings, which resulted in the generation of laboratory utilization data. In particular, he developed a transfusion reaction reporting paradigm in compliance with the National Healthcare Safety Network Hemovigilance Surveillance Protocol, which is a big contribution to patient safety. So his contributions were seen by the faculty as going well above and beyond the expectations. So Max will be using his laboratory medicine skills in his anesthesiology program at the Leahy Clinic come this summer. Congratulations, Max.
I'll present the next award. It's the Morrison Sadie Stein Award. But before that, I'd like to congratulate all of you and tell you how wonderful it's been to work with all of you over these last 3 and 4 years, and how much I appreciated all of you who helped out as teaching assistants this year in the neuro course. You really made such a big difference for me and for all of our second-year students. I'll tell you a little bit of the history of this award. The Morrison Sadie Stein Award for Excellence in Neuroscience bears the names of parents of a 1955 graduate of the school who practiced no other than otorhinolaryngology in Florida. I've been practicing too. Their son entered medical school here in 1951 after a brilliant academic career at Princeton, where he graduated with the highest honors. His overall academic standing in medical school here was good, but during his first year, he met his match in the neuroanatomy course, and he failed the course. By his own admission, he was distracted and preoccupied with another matter. So that summer, he went to the University of Michigan, leaving his distraction in Buffalo, and passed neuroanatomy. His very wise parents, Morris and Sadie Stein, decided that their brilliant son must have learned something beneficial from the experience and perhaps some humility. To memorialize the event, they gave the medical school a gift of money to support an annual award to the graduating senior who had the highest grade in neuroscience during the second-year medical school course. They named the award after themselves to honor all parents of medical students. This year's award for outstanding performance in neuroscience goes to Andrew Fink. Congratulations, Andrew.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Andrew was also such a great help this year as a teaching assistant in the neuroscience course. Andrew is headed for the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where he will specialize in ophthalmology.
Pediatrics is next on our list. Shaman Islam will present 3 awards.
Thank you, Dr. Mal. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shamim Islam. I really am excited and privileged to represent our pediatrics department and our 3 awards. Our first award is the Children's Hospital Prize, which was established in 1966 by the Board of Trustees of the Children's Hospital. This award recognizes the student who has demonstrated the greatest excellence in their understanding of childhood diseases. On behalf of our department, I am pleased to recognize Elizabeth Kaufman for this award this year. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Dr. Islam.
So I'd like to share a few words about Elizabeth that those within our department have said about her. Elizabeth was a standout medical student and sub-I. She easily functioned as an intern and was a huge help to the team. She spent extra time with her patients and was extremely thorough and diligent during her month on service. Her knowledge was on par with interns, and she even took time to read up on topics and use that information in her presentations. Families loved having her as their doctor. Another, Elizabeth was willing to stay later to learn too. She was interested in all cases, not only unusual ones. Yet another, Liz cared very much about her patients and it was always first to be by her patient's side. And a final one by a very emotive senior resident. I do not say this lightly, but Elizabeth is the best sub-I have ever worked with. I cannot stress how much she meets and exceeds and honors status. Elizabeth has chosen a future in pediatrics as she has been moved by the resiliency of children. Elizabeth, we have been moved by your excellence and dedication to the field of pediatrics at this young stage. We wish you the best as you transition to residency at the Children's Hospital of Pediatrics of Philadelphia, CHOP. Our next award in pediatrics that I'm truly honored to be able to give is the Richard T. Sarkin Award. This award was established in 2005 by the Buffalo Pediatric Society in honor of the memory of Richard Sarkin. Dr. Sarkin was described as someone who had a magnetic personality, boundless energy, and who everyone wanted to be around. He was the director of pediatric medical education here in Buffalo and a true leader nationally in humanism and medical education. And many people really around the country had benefited from his many lessons in education, related to patient care, but also being a well-rounded individual and leading a balanced life. He was a tireless advocate for the humanistic practice of medicine and taught that good medicine includes idealism, altruism, and compassion. Even though his recognitions are often in teaching, it's also been described that this pales in comparison to the dedication he showed to his friends and family. Though I personally was never able to interact with Dr. Sarkin, I have been fortunate to interact with those who were inspired and shaped by him, and it's clear Dr. Sarkin was truly an exemplary humanist and educator. So this award is given to the graduating medical student who demonstrates Dr. Sarkin's passion and commitment to teaching, dedication to medical humanism, and we are pleased to recognize Jacob R. Cohen for the award this year. Jacob?
Hi, thank you so much.
So those who worked with Jacob consistently commented on his warmth, his commitment to education, and his generally uplifting and spirited presence. Some direct quotes reflecting that. Jacob is extremely enthusiastic and loves to learn. I love that even if he does not know the answer, he tries to figure it out and usually has the correct answer. Another, he was an enthusiastic hard worker. And another, he has excellent rapport with patients. Jacob, you clearly made a strong impression on those that you interacted with at UB. And as Dr. Sarkin did, I'm sure you'll touch the lives of many patients, families, and students throughout your future. We wish you the best in pediatrics residency at San Antonio Uniformed Health Education Consortium and far beyond. So our final award in pediatrics is the Frederick B. Wilkes Award. Dr. Wilkes was a beloved pediatrician in the Buffalo area and in fact a graduate of UB in 1942. Dr. Wilkes was known to often make house calls. His daughter remarked that if he was called in the middle of the night, she would often hear him say, "I'll be right there," and out the door he was. He was cherished by the families that he cared for and respected by his medical colleagues for his dedication and humility. The Wilkes Award was established in 1979 to honor a graduating senior who best exemplifies Dr. Wilkes' skills and dedication to patients. We are pleased this year to recognize Richard DiStefano with the award. Richard, if you're there. So I believe he's best known as Richie, and here are some quotes about Richie. He is a kind and compassionate person, which showed when he interacted with his pediatric patients. Richie showed up on day one with a great attitude and ready to learn and work hard. His passion for pediatrics is obvious. He's very kind. This shines as he works with families and his team members. He seemed to gain confidence in explaining plans to parents during the rotation. And lastly, families absolutely love him. I'm sure this appreciation from patients and kudos will follow him as he continues his pediatric path with residency at Cohen Children's Medical Center, affiliated with Hofstra and Northwell in Long Island Jewish. So congratulations again to Elizabeth, to Jacob and Richie, and really to all the UB graduates and their families.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Islam, for the Pediatrics Awards. Now we go on to psychiatry. And what I like about the psychiatry awards are the names. Gilbert M. Beck, it's kind of middle of the road, but S. Muchly Small. How bad could whatever S stands for, but so he decided to not use it in his name and then go with Muchly. God bless him. He's got some real ego strength. And the Farney Wurlitzer Award, that is a fantastic name. But the best name is Sergio Hernandez, the psychiatrist who will give the, if I had a name like Sergio Hernandez, I'd be swashbuckling everywhere and pirating and treasuring and things like that. But Tom Mall just doesn't have much going on. Sergio.
Thank you, Dr. Mall. I would be swashbuckling this evening if not for award presenting. So I'd first like to congratulate all the students as well as families, loved ones. As a psychiatrist, I know that we often require the support of others to get us through challenging times. And so I'd like to just kind of thank and congratulate everyone. The first prize that we have is the Gilbert Beck Memorial Prize, and it is an award that is given for academic excellence, and it is given to the graduating student that has achieved the highest academic average in psychiatry during all 4 years of the curriculum. Dr. Beck was the head of psychiatry at Buffalo General Hospital in the 1950s, and upon his passing, his brother, an internist, created the award as a memorial to him. This year's recipient is Olivia Plant. Olivia?
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez.
You're very welcome. Olivia was one of our TAs this year for the second year medical student course in psychiatry. And she also performed exceptionally during her sub-internship in our psychiatric emergency room. And she wrote a really interesting paper on intimate partner violence during COVID, which is a really relevant topic that we are doing our best to try to get published. So congratulations, Olivia. Olivia will be moving on to the Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell at Mather Hospital in Port Jefferson, New York. Congrats. Next, we have the S. Muchly Small Award that is presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in clinical psychiatry. Dr. Small was a charismatic member of the faculty and served as chair of the Department of Psychiatry for almost 30 years. Among his many areas of interest and accomplishments, he remained dedicated to the education of medical students. And so this prize was established in 1994 in honor of his 80th birthday. This year we have two recipients. The first is Lauren Lucent. Lauren?
Thank you so much, Dr. Hernandez.
You're welcome. I had the pleasure of working with Lauren during her month in the psychiatric emergency room, and her clinical excellence was very well portrayed during that time. Second recipient is Emily Kathleen Slominski. Emily?
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez.
You're very welcome. Similarly, Emily had her grueling month in the psych ER, at which times I worked with her, and she performed exceptionally. And much like Lauren, both brought a great sense of humor and presence, as well as compassion and humanism. So congratulations to you both. Lauren will be staying with us, which we're very excited about. So she's doing the adult residency at UB. And Emily is going to move on to adult psychiatry and child psychiatry at UMass in Worcester. Congrats. And lastly, this is actually my favorite award because of one reason. It's the Farney Wurlitzer Prize. And it references the family that created the organs in jukeboxes. So the Wurlitzer organ, Wurlitzer jukeboxes. So Mr. Wurlitzer of that family established the award in the 1960s, and it is intended to recognize an outstanding graduate and stimulate student interest in psychiatry. This year's recipient is Austin Milbrand. Austin?
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez.
You're very welcome. Austin also served as one of our TAs this year and did an exceptional job in that role, increasing student interest in this field and mentoring students during this process. Austin, we're very happy to announce, is also staying with us. He's doing adult and child psychiatry here at UB. So congratulations to the four of you.
Thank you, Sergio, and congratulations to the awardees. Douglas Drumstead will give the radiology award, and I have to say, boy, when I'm having a bad day, for example, today we took a knife out of someone's stomach, and after about the 6th time we dropped it, I was like, oh man, I could have been a radiologist. I could have been a radiologist. But we're digging around to finally got this thing out, and oh my gosh. So it is my fallback position, my dream job is radiology, and Dr. Drumster will give the George Alker Award.
Thank you, Dr. Mall. We'd be more than happy to make a spot for you available in our residency, if you'd like. But good evening and congratulations to all the graduating medical students and their families this year. I'm here to present the George Alker Award. Dr. Alker worked as a staff radiologist at the Erie County Medical Center. He was an internationally recognized expert in the area of neuroradiology who focused primarily on cervical spine injuries. He retired as chairman of the department in 1991 and passed away shortly thereafter. I'm proud to present this award to Max Kramer. Max?
Thank you, Dr. Drumster.
Max excelled during his radiology rotation, displaying unparalleled enthusiasm and knowledge that will allow him to become a world-class radiologist. Max is headed to UPMC for residency, but we hope that he comes back in several years to help teach future UB medical students and residents. Congrats, Max.
Thanks again.
Congratulations, young man, and thank you, Doug. Surgery, we move on to surgery. The Buffalo Surgical Society Prize in Surgery is given by the chairman, Stephen Schweitzberg.
Thank you, Tom, and we would have been happy to take the knife out for you. We can only give 3 surgery prizes today, but we've really had an amazing group of students going into surgery. Congratulations to you all. You're going to wonderful places. I wish we could give out 10 prizes like some of the other departments. Our first prize on behalf of the Buffalo Surgical Society is given annually to a graduating student who has had high levels of academic excellence. I am pleased to announce that we're going to give this award to soon-to-be Dr. Alexandra Sima, who is going into general surgery here at the University at Buffalo. We're thrilled to have you. She's had numerous honors and awards. She did an excellent job in the OR. Patients and staff regularly complimented her. She was an incredible asset to the trauma service, extremely hardworking, which we like on the surgery service, always seeking out to be helpful, which your fellow residents will like, and she was compassionate to all patients that we interacted with, which is probably the highest praise of all. So congratulations, Alexandra.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
The honor is all ours, for sure. The second award is the Chairman's Award, and even though it's the Chair's Award, we do have a group of people that help us, evaluate all the candidates, because it's so hard to choose. It is given to the graduating student who has achieved the highest score in surgery exams and demonstrated superior clinical performance in both the 3rd years and 4th years, and shows promise for a surgical career. It's a real honor and a pleasure to give another award to Kyle Patterson this evening, who is going into general surgery at the Walter Reed National Military Center. He has been a terrific student. No surprise that he scored, awards for high scores in more than one department. The Dean's Letter of Commendation in multiple years. He came to us from the John Carroll University. He is professional, active in the operating room, calm and cool. We like calm and cool, easy to get along with, and is always prepared and works well with the team, because as we all know in surgery, teamwork is dream work in everything that we do. He's above the level of peers on surgical diseases, processes, knowledge, and his knowledge base. And from the Army in San Antonio, he will be a surgical leader in the military and beyond. We are thrilled. As a fellow former Army officer, in my case, thank you for your current service. Thank you for your future service. And I look forward to following your career. And it's my honor to turn this over to Dr. Molly Moore to give the next award.
Thank you very much, Dr. Schweitzberg.
Thanks, Dr. Schweitzberg. So I'm Dr. Molly Moore. I am the Clerkship Director for Surgery 700. And I am introducing tonight's recipient of the Heinrich Lenhardt Prize in Surgery, which is given to a student who exemplifies academic excellence and really enthusiasm in the field of general surgery. This year's recipient I am honored to introduce is Victoria Cranwell. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Victoria over the past couple of years. She matched into surgery residency at New York Medical College at the Metropolitan Hospital. Victoria is one of the kindest and most hardworking medical students that I have ever had the pleasure of working with. And I'm going to read some comments about her because it is not every day that both the surgical attendings as well as the surgical residents take the time to kind of write such descriptions of such a hardworking medical student. And I think that it'll really kind of drive home the point of what makes her so hardworking and what's going to make her an excellent surgeon in the future. Victoria is an honor student if ever there was one, and she deserves to be top rated. She's enthusiastic, energetic, and highly motivated. She functions well under pressure, is unflappable, and during the most high stakes of trauma, she was routinely more helpful than some of the surgical residents. I will let Dr. Schweitzberg deal with what that implies about our residents. But really, to have a comment like that written about you, I think really is just outstanding at the medical student level. Victoria volunteers for every case. She stays late. She's first in line to perform chest compressions. She's a bottomless well of energy. She is seemingly everywhere and anywhere at any point, given her sub-internships. More importantly, she's kind to others, her classmates, her patients, ancillary staff. She's extremely well liked, and she's humble. And she's always challenging herself to seek out more opportunities to learn. And all of these, I am confident, are going to make her an amazing surgeon. It has been an honor to get to know you over the past couple of years. I am extremely proud of you, as I'm sure your entire family is as well. Best of luck to you. Good luck to all the graduates. Congratulations to all the award recipients tonight. Keep up the hard work. And don't forget us here in Buffalo. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. And boy, Victoria, hope your parents are listening, because that is high praise indeed. Congratulations.
They're all here. Thank you so much, Dr. Moore. This is the greatest honor.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, Chuck Severin is now up to give a whole bunch of awards. So no man is better for the job when hard work is around the corner. So take it away, Dr. Severin.
Thank you, Dr. Mall. I have the honor of giving out several research awards, as Dr. Mall alluded to. Participation in research activities by our medical students is above and beyond our school's curricular requirements. Although a number of students in the class of 2021 sought out research exposure during their medical school tenure, not all achieved the same breadth or depth in their experiences as the students you are about to hear. At tonight's ceremony, we are going to recognize those students who not only took time to perform research, but we acknowledge the quality and the outcome they've achieved through their extra efforts. I'm going to go a little bit out of order from the program that you have and discuss and announce those students who receive research honors first. Research honors recognizes a student's commitment to excellence in research during medical school. This award is based on several criteria, including the duration of research while in medical school, the focus of the investigation, evidence of significant participation by the student, quality of effort revealed by publication or presentation of results, and in some cases, recognition of their work through the receipt of an award or multiple awards. This year, we have 19 students who have attained research honors. So please join me in congratulating the following. Lester Bayona.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Robert Bruce. Lester, are you here or are you in the tropics? That's a pretty nice background you have.
I'm in the Dominican Republic, Dr. Severin.
Oh, you really are. Well, congratulations. Robert Bruce, another recipient. Isha Chabolu. Andrew Claffey. Michael Cobbler-Lichter.
Thanks, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Maria Coluccio.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Victoria Cranwell.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Timothy Phelan.
Thanks, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Andrew Gong. Adrian Hizgia.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Anthony Mitchell.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Benjamin Pastwick.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
Next is Pramod Mohan Rao.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Next is Kiyoung Dakral.
Oh.
Next is Jordan Soroti. Nicholas Sira. Sareen Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. Katie Tong. And our last student who was awarded research honors is Aaron Van Dyne.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
Now, in addition to research honors, if we go back to the program, you'll notice that at the top of the research awards is one that is called the Bocelli Award. The Bocelli Award honors a graduate who has conducted the most outstanding research while in medical school and has displayed the highest ability and initiative in the area of scientific investigation. This year's awardee actually worked at the National Institutes of Health during her tenure here in school. And the student receiving the Bocelli Award is Isha Chabolu.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. The next award is the Robin B. Bannerman Memorial Research Award. This award is given to a graduate who deserves recognition for the most meritorious research in biomedical science initiated during the Jacobs Medical School Summer Fellowship Program. Dr. Bannerman was an outstanding teacher, researcher, and an internationally known geneticist. Please help me in congratulating Lester Bayona.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. And finally, we have the Thesis Honors Awards. Thesis Honors is given to a medical student who not only performed outstanding research, but took it upon themselves to write a thesis where they summarized other research that was done in the area of their expertise, as well as performed research during their 4-year tenure with us. So it's my pleasure to recognize Lauren Hart for her work within the Department of Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine. She completed her project under the mentorship of Dr. John Marzel, and her project was entitled Sensory Innervation of the Long Head of the Biceps Tendon. Congratulations, Lauren.
Thank you, Dr. Severin.
You're welcome. And I'll close my remarks by congratulating all of you once again for your recognition in research and all of our medical students in the class of 2021 who are receiving awards this evening. Congratulations to all of you.
Thanks, Chuck. Now, Dr. Perry Hogan, who you all recall from the cardiovascular module, has the honor of giving an award named for, well, my friend and many others' friends and my mentor. I kind of followed his pathway through the VA, a wonderful guy and a senior associate dean for curriculum who passed away not too long ago, much too young. Perry? Perry, are you there? Do we have the Coast Guard on call? Might have been swept away in the rain. Maybe he lost his...
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Okay.
It is my distinct privilege to present the Dr. Avery Ellis Memorial Award each year. Dr. Ellis was a dear friend and a valued colleague who died suddenly in November of 2014. He was a member of the departments of medicine and physiology, a practicing cardiologist, and a consummate medical educator. Among his many contributions to the School of Medicine, Dr. Ellis was served with distinction as a senior associate dean for medical curriculum. It was in this capacity that he was able to pursue his true passion for medical education, and in particular to create opportunities for medical students to actively participate in all aspects of their medical school experience. It is only fitting that the medical students established the Avery Ellis Memorial Award to acknowledge his leadership in this regard. This award recognizes a graduate medical student who has worked to advance the curriculum or start a new and lasting initiative here at the University of Buffalo Medical School in Biomedical Science. This year's recipient is Carol Collier. Carol?
Hi, thank you so much, Dr. Hogan.
Yes, congratulations. I think everybody that knows Carol knows that she's a very unique person. She's a human dynamo. She does many things and she does them all well. And you'll see that in the awards presentations as we move through the evening. Carol worked, and with regard to the Ellis Award, Carol worked very hard to shape a, quote, second look day for underrepresented medical students. She helped to start the DIAL program, and she pushed for an internal formal bias reporting system. She also found time, as I understand it, to start her own clothing company. Your many accomplishments would make Dr. Ellis very proud. Carol, congratulations again.
Thank you, Perry. Emikunla Nylander gives the National Medical Association Award.
Good evening and congratulations to all the graduates. The National Medical Association is the largest and oldest national organization representing African American physicians and patients in the United States. The NMA is the collective voice of African American physicians and the leading force for parity and justice in medicine and the elimination of disparities of health. The Buffalo affiliate of the NMA awards Carol Collier. She embodies all of those principles and so much more. She has been an active voice of leadership in the medical school community. She was elected the Student National Medical Association president, and in that role helped to shape the change that has begun at Jacobs School of Medicine. She met with local and national leaders in the African American community, along with deans at this institution, to address concern for lack of diversity, support, and leadership. This has resulted in many changes, including the initiation of the Second Look Weekend, the Diversity, Inclusion, and Learning Environmental Committee, and inspiring the entire medical school community to improve equality, diversity, and inclusivity at Jacobs School of Medicine. I'm pleased to present this award to Carol Collier, who will be going on to a general surgery residency at the University of Pennsylvania.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nylander.
Thanks, Dr. Nylander. I don't know if I've ever seen back-to-back wins. I've been doing this probably for about 8 years, and that's wonderful. Congratulations so much. Now we call to the screen Margaret Porosky, a neurologist and past dean here at the medical school, to give an award named for her late husband.
John Porosky was my medical school classmate, my husband, and my best friend. Following his untimely death in 1985, my family and medical school classmates were kind enough to endow this award. And we wanted to embody the attributes that made us all think of John. So certainly there is clinical excellence and there's compassion. But if I can say the one thing outstanding about him was he was someone that absolutely everyone liked, which is pretty unusual. And so I put in the informal criteria in selecting the recipient of this award as the medical student you would most enjoy eating lunch with. And this year's recipient is certainly deserving of that, Tim Falong.
Thank you, Dr. Karosky. I'm so honored.
I had the pleasure of being Tim's attending when he took his neurology clerkship relatively early in third year. And despite being just early into the clinical years, he got an honor in the module and then was smart enough to pick a career in neurology. So I had the pleasure of serving as a bit of a mentor for him during his clinical years. He will be going on to Boston University as a neurology resident, but we are certainly hoping to lure him back to Buffalo afterwards.
Congratulations. And Margaret, you're so lucky to serve as a mentor. Most people that I mentor students, they seem to end up in prison. Not, not for long, but just a short stay. So I must be doing something wrong. Now we turn the program largely over to Dr. Kane, who's been well rested there. He's got a whole bunch of awards to give, and there's a short segue into David Milling. But as we move towards the close of our program, Dr. Kane.
Thank you, Tom, and good evening to everyone. Let me begin with the Dr. James Goldinger Curriculum Leadership Award. And this award honors late faculty member Dr. Goldinger, and the award was initiated by the medical school body, in 2005 to recognize a student who exhibits leadership and enthusiasm for teaching and also displays potential as a future leader in medical education. And I'm pleased to announce this evening that we have 2 awardees this year. The first is Maria Coluccio, and if I can ask Maria to say hello.
Thank you, Dean Kane.
Maria, congratulations and thank you. And our second awardee for the Goldinger Award is Mackenzie Losing. And so Mackenzie.
Thank you so much, Dean Kane.
Again, thank you, both of you, for your contributions. And I hope everyone is right in predicting that you will be the next Avery Ellis's and Alan Lessie's and Jennifer Mecca's and Lisa Jane Jacobson's all combined. So thank you very, very much. The second award is the Dr. Karen Schupak Memorial Medical Student Award. And this is presented to a medical student who demonstrates a high degree of empathy when working with his or her patients and is considered by their peers as a person of character who will make an excellent physician. And this year's awardee is Mark Lawler. Mark?
Thank you, Dean Kane.
Thank you for all that you've done during these 4 years and for this recognition. It is truly warranted. The next award is the Philip Sang Memorial Award, and it's presented to a medical student who has exemplified exceptional communication skills and ability to relate well to patients, faculty, and staff. And this year's Sang Award goes to Mackenzie Losing. Mackenzie, we get to see you again.
Thank you so much, Dean Kane. I'm so honored. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. The final series of many awards are really sponsored by the medical school. And the first one that I'll present is the Elizabeth Award. And the Elizabeth Award recognizes a student for exceptional compassion, integrity, and ethics. It is named for Miss Elizabeth Storch, who dreamed of becoming a physician but was unable to attend medical school. After receiving her degree in history and information and literary sciences from UB, she enjoyed a long career as a middle school librarian. And grateful for her UB education, Mrs. Storch felt compelled to give back and designate the medical school as the recipient of her gift, even though she was not ever able to go to medical school. And so this year's awardee of the Elizabeth Award is Mark Lawler, who didn't go back to back, but at least went every other.
Thank you so much, Dean Kane.
Congratulations. The Bernhardt and Sophie Gottlieb Award recognizes a graduate
for demonstrated expertise in areas outside of medicine. And this year, the Gottlieb Award goes to Sarah Shu. Sarah?
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations for this recognition. The next award is the Colonel and Mrs. Robert Liu Award, and this award honors a student whose father or mother has served in the military for more than 10 years, or it honors a student who is committed to serving in the military for at least 5 years following graduation. So it's an honor to present this award this year to Jonathan Gok. Jonathan? Well, my congratulations to Jonathan. The next award is the Medical Alumni Association Award, and it's presented to a student for outstanding community services and commitment to the community. And I'm pleased this year to say that we have 2 awardees. The first is Jacob Bloom. Jacob?
Thank you so much, Dean Kane.
Congratulations and thank you for your service and work in the community. And the second awardee to join Jacob is Richard DiStefano. Richard?
Thank you so much.
Again, thank you for your commitment to the people that live around you and your community. The next medical school award is the Merit Academic Excellence Awards, and the Merck Awards are presented to students who demonstrate outstanding academics coupled with noteworthy humanism and leadership. And we have 4 awardees this year, so let me do each one individually and let each say hello so we can congratulate them. The first awardee is Claudia Agay. Claudia?
Yes, hi. Thank you, Dean Kane.
Congratulations and thank you, and you're going to get a big book. The second Merck awardee is Natalie Kranis-Kozin. Natalie?
Thank you.
Congratulations. Our third awardee is Jenna Heath, recently married.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dean Kane.
Congratulations. And the last awardee for this year's Merck Award is Alexandra Marone.
Thank you, Dean Kane.
Congratulations and thank you. The next award is the James Platt White Society Award. And this award is named for one of the nation's first gynecologists and obstetricians. Dr. White was one of the founders of the Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, and he later became dean of the school. The award is given each year to a graduate for leadership qualities that personify those of Dr. White's foresight, intellect, vigor, and moral courage. And so I'm again pleased to announce that we have 2 awardees this year. The first is Angela Grassi. Angela?
Thank you, Dr. Kane.
Congratulations. And the second awardee is Mark Rushi.
Thank you, Dean Kane.
Mark, congratulations and thank you for your contributions. The next award is the Howard J. Levy Award in Psychological Medicine. And this is awarded to the student who has worked to make a positive difference on the well-being of fellow medical students. And this year, the person who receives this award really exemplifies the purpose of this recognition, and that is Ray Pock. Ray? Ray? Well, congratulations, Ray. And then the next to last award that I'll give, and then I take a little break and come back with the final award, is the Medical Alumni Association Dean's Award. And this award is sponsored by the Medical Alumni Association. It is presented each year to the graduate who has combined outstanding service and participation in extracurricular activities while maintaining a high standard of academic excellence. And this year's Dean's Award goes to Christine Tufexis. Christine,
Thanks, Dr. Kane.
congratulations on a job very, very well done. We're very proud of you, and so thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll see you back in a second. And we bring up now Dr. Milling for 2 awards. We're actually doing pretty well. Usually by this time of the honors convocation, there is physical violence breaking out amongst the students and the faculty. I've seen students put Dr. Severin in a headlock, and so I'm very, very happy that we've gotten beyond that. Maybe it's because it's all Skyped. Okay, David has the Leonard Tao Humanism Award and Latin Honors, the Summa Magna and Cum Laude Awards. David?
Thank you, Dr. Moll. I'll give Dean Kane a break here to have a glass of water and take us to the finish line. I have the privilege of presenting the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. The recipient this year, it was written about him that his mindfulness, creativity, sensibility, fortitude, and empathy touches everyone he meets through his genuine desire to help people. Faculty who worked with him mentioned his compassion, his understanding of patient needs as really being at the top of the list in terms of characteristics that they've seen portrayed in students. His bedside manner, as well as effective communication skills and respectful behavior towards patients and his team members, was written about as being exemplary. We have heard about this student before, and so it will not be a surprise that this year's Tao Award is going to Ryan Salome. So, Ryan.
Thank you so much, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Ryan. Ryan is going to be doing internal medicine at George Washington University. So, congrats.
Ryan and I worked together in his 3rd year, and so these awards are no surprise to me. Congratulations.
I also have the privilege of doing Latin honors for our students. We have a lot of students who are getting Latin honors, which just means that we have a lot of really, really good students. And I'd really love each person to have the opportunity to come up on the screen and say thanks. So we're gonna try and go through this at a good pace, but enough time so that everyone has a chance to be recognized. We're gonna start off with those students who received the honor of cum laude. And our first student that we're gonna recognize is Andrew Biter. Andrew?
Thank you.
Second, we have Jonathan Binns.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Our next student is Robert Bruce. Next, we have Michael Campbell.
Thank you.
Congrats, Michael. Our next student is Jacob Canavan.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Jacob. Jacob is followed by Isha Chabulo.
Thank you.
Congrats, Isha. Next is Jesse Cole.
Thank you.
Congrats, Jesse. And then we have Sarah Delete Swenson.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Sarah. Our next student is Sneha Dilip.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Sneha. And Sneha is followed by Mitchell Ironman. After Mitchell, we have Samantha Hassan. And then Jordan Levine.
Cheers.
After Jordan, we have Samantha Lorian.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Samantha. And then there Claire Martin.
Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Claire. And next we have Caitlin Mazel. After Caitlin is Joshua Uzarzak. Joshua?
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Josh. And Joshua is followed by Maxwell Rapp.
Thank you.
Congrats, Max. And then we have Pramod Rowe.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Pramod. Pramod is followed by Thomas Rush. And I get to say Ryan Salame's name once again. Congrats, Ryan.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Ryan is followed by Lucas Serra.
Thanks, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Lucas. After Lucas is Adam Sidlecki.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Adam. And Adam is followed by Emily Triplett.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Emily. After Emily is Danielle Ties. And Danielle is followed by Geetha Vansu Haven.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Geetha. And last but not least, for cum laude, we have Ross Welliver.
Thanks, Dr. Milling, and congrats to all the award winners tonight.
Thanks, Ross, and congrats to you. Our next group of students are those students who are magna cum laude. So we're gonna start this group with Jacob Blum.
Thanks, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Jake. Our next student is Maria Brzezowski.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr.
You're welcome, Maria. Max Crinan is next.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Max. And Max is followed by Rong Deng. Our next student is Tyler Harasta.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Tyler. And Tyler is followed by Carl Hashem.
Thank you.
Congrats, Carl. Our next student is Catherine Lee.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Catherine. And our next student is John Madigan.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, John. John is followed by Abigail McLaughlin.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Abigail. And Abigail is followed by Alana Selly.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
That's okay. They need to have their moment. Congrats. Our next student is Aaron Van Dyne.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Aaron. And after Aaron, we have Nadav Weinstock.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, Nadav. And finally, for magna cum laude, we have Kevin Yang. So we'll move quickly on to those students who are graduating summa cum laude. First student on this list is Claudia Agahe.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Claudia. Our next student is Stephen Avino. Stephen is followed by Robert Benjamin.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Robert. And our next student is David Byro.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, David. David is followed by Casey Cabrino.
Hi, thank you.
Congrats, Casey. And our next student is Christian Cavalieri.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Christian. Christian is followed by Chelsea Cleveland.
Thank you.
Congrats, Chelsea. And Chelsea is followed by Michael Cobbler-Lichter.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Mike. Our next student is Jacob Kuhn.
Great job. Thank you so much, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Jacob. And Jacob is followed by Stephanie Denzler.
Thank you.
Our next student is Andrew Fink.
Thank you so much.
Congrats, Andrew. Who's followed by Andrew Gong. Our next student is Angela Grassi.
Thanks, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Angela.
Thank you.
And our next student is Bradley Haywick.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Brad. Bradley is followed by Jenna Heath.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Jenna. Our next student is Eric Irons.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Eric. And Eric is followed by Elizabeth Kaufman.
Thank you.
Congrats, Elizabeth. You did that very well. Our next student is Andrew Kelly.
Thanks, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Andrew. Andrew is followed by David Curling.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, David. Our next student is Austin Clark.
Thank you.
Congrats, Austin. And Austin is followed by Mark Lawler.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Mark. Our next student is Alexandra Marone.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Alex. Our next student is Aberly Milleron.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Abby. Our next student is Anthony Mitchell.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Anthony. Who's followed by Alexander Neary. Our next student is Benjamin Pastwick.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Ben. And Ben is followed by Kyle Patterson.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Kyle. Our next student is Mark Prishlak.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Mark. And our next student is Sarah Quinn.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Sarah. Sarah is followed by Keon Doc Rowe. And our next student is James Ratowski. Our next student is Ashley Sarquez.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Ashley. And Ashley's followed by Jordan Surratt. Our next student is Nico Shrey.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Nico. And Nico is followed by Fen Tiang.
Thank you, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Fen. Our next student is Christine Tefexis.
Thanks, Dr. Milling.
Congrats, Christine. And last but not least is Zachary Zimmer.
Thank you. Congrats, everyone.
Thanks, Zach. I think that sums it up. Congrats to everybody. Amazing
Congratulations.
job to you all.
Congratulations to everyone. As we call Michael Kane back, the dean, to give the Dean's Transformative Award. We're doing really well on time, which, because as a gastroenterologist, I'm usually a little behind in my work.
I get it, Tom. I get it.
You know, Michael, I'm working here. I'm dying. Okay. Michael, please take over and save me and we'll finish up.
Thank you, Tom. This is my last year as being Dean of the Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. And so I think the most important thing will do this year is to create a new award that's called the Dean's Transformational Award. And the purpose of this award is to recognize an individual, any individual, or a group, or an organization in the school, in the university, or even in the community that develops a policy, a program, a document, or research finding that changes the Jacob School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences community, or would be a unique and very impactful way that this would have a favorable impact on the school. And so I am most pleased to announce that the inaugural recipient of the Dean's Transformational Award is Carol Collier. And Carol is being recognized with this award because of her work and her tireless work and her leadership in the area of inclusion and diversity that has and will continue to transform our learning environment. And Carol, we are all grateful for this. You have taught me a lot, and I believe that, and you've taught all of us a lot, and you have our commitment that the things that you have taught us are in fact being acted on, and your efforts have been and will be transformative for this School of Medicine. So please join me in recognizing Carol as the inaugural Dean's Transformation Awardee. Carol?
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thanks to all the awardees. I'm humbled and beyond thankful. Thank you.
Well, congrats.
Thank you for, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was going to just thank everyone for attending and making a very pleasant evening for all of us. I do have one announcement that's new to the medical school. Before you get your diploma, as you're coming up on stage, you have to be able to draw the Krebs cycle from memory and talk about all the inhibitors and things like that. So just a few hours before you are physicians, congratulations on not just your awards here tonight, but your undergraduate careers and your medical school careers that have launched you on a wonderful trajectory. Congratulations. I'll see you tomorrow.
And I just want to take one moment, if I can, to thank you, Tom, for your work this evening. And I also want to recognize Julie and all of our other excellent staff in our Office of Student Affairs who are responsible for this evening's event, as well as graduation tomorrow, and of course, many other events during the year. So well done, everybody. Dress warm tomorrow.
God bless you all. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. One final note, I put it in the chat, one final note, but you can pick up your awards tomorrow as you're leaving from Mary Schaus. Thank you all. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
So Julie, I recorded that as well. So in addition to being on YouTube, and we'll have to trim that up because there's a bunch at the beginning, right? That before the ceremony started, but I started the recording on Zoom right as the ceremony started. So we should get that link to that in a couple hours. We can send it out to people tomorrow.
All right. Thank you both. I think one down, Julie, I think it went well, right? So
yeah, we had up to almost 120 people watching on YouTube.
Excellent.
At the highest point.
Good.
So that worked fine.
Good. Thanks, Dr. Dannenhofer.
See you tomorrow.
Everyone.
All right. Thanks, Julie. Try and get